As you know, with our strategic plan that we've just launched, our focus for this year is the theme of engaging young people and engaging with young people in every aspect and facet of our work in the diocese. So what I've done with the help of the team is to gather a group of people from around the diocese who are going to share with us how they see this engagement with young people working, as it were, on the ground. I'm really anxious that we burrow down to put this into practice each day in our work in the diocese, in our lives in the diocese, no matter what we're doing or who we are. And one of the great things, I think, is for us to have a vision of the church as we go about this work. And I want this to be the catalyst for everything we do, because Pope John Paul, in one of his more obscure writings, a thing called Mysterium Incarnationis, which was the launching of the Jubilee for 2,000 years, he wrote something beautiful about the church. He said, the church is in the world as the living presence of the love of God, reaching down to every human weakness in order to gather it into his merciful embrace. What a beautiful vision of the church. The church is in the world, not apart from the world. The church is in the world as the living presence of God? No, as the living presence of the love of God, which is so beautiful. Reaching down, what, to batter us, to wait for us to make a mistake? No, reaching down to every human weakness in order to gather it into his merciful embrace. That's the vision of the church. That's our vision of the church. And we must now go about engaging with and engaging young people in this vision of this church, which we are so privileged to be part of. And we must have the heart and mind and the touch and the voice of Jesus Christ. So we must engage with young people, which means not only we tell them what to do, but we listen to their lives, listen to their hearts. We must listen with the ears of the heart. Listen often to what's going on behind the presentation of the angry young man, of the uninterested student, of the person that we find drunk and disorderly, of those that are angry about the world, that those that are addicted to drugs. We've got to get behind those presenting problems, as they call them, and find out what's going on in the lives of young people. We can't afford to wait any longer to discover the things that are inspiring young people, and also, and more importantly, to discover the things that are destroying them. They're too precious for us to wait. And so that's why this year the theme and the focus is on engaging with and engaging young people. We've got so much to learn from them, and they have so much need of our wisdom and love. So let's listen now to the voice and to the insights of these people who are going to help us drill down to doing this business on the ground day by day.
The Diocese of Darwin is in a unique situation with a median age of 30 years old. So our parishes, school, our whole Catholic community is really called to reach and to engage and to involve the young people of our church, the young heart of our church.
To engage young people in the church is hard, but it's very important in the life of the church. It's important to everybody because we all make up the life of the church, like the body of the church.
Working as a priest in a diocese, you work with people from cradle to grave. And even when we talk about young people and their involvement in the church, their engagement in the church, when you think about it, it's a wonderful Catholic tradition we have that we baptise our children when they're young. So many of our young ones are baptised at an early age. So they're part of the church. They move through to Eucharist or confirmation. Some don't, but do later. So they have a natural right to participate.
Yeah, the church is made up of a number of parts, and every part is different. And so having the youth involved really makes the church whole again, you know, and brings that completeness to it. So.
Because they are young and we need to support them, and the future of the community lies in the hand of the youth.
The older ones can learn from the young and the young learn from the old. That we are an intergenerational church right across the board. We're like a large family, and we're all aspiring to try and find out how we can participate, how we can contribute.
The young people are the life and mission of our church. The church has been in existence for a long time, and it is always the heart of the church is the young. You only need to go back to the Gospels to fully appreciate that. Bring the little children unto me, and that is absolutely our core work in Catholic education.
The church really needs to have a bit of life in it, you know, and the young people naturally gifted with life and energy. And we, young people, encourage other young people to come.
There's a lot of positives engaging young people in the church, and youth and young people have so much to offer the church. Particularly from my time in Alice Springs, you know, I've been able to see it firsthand. Engaging with young people that they have so much vitality, they have so much, you know, thinking outside the box. They have so much vision and energy to offer the church for the future, and sometimes that's untapped, and we really need to engage them and bring them on board and you know, make the church whole again, include the youth.
The source of our young people, the source of energy, creativity, courage to extend horizons. They are like the breath of God, a wind of change.
I suppose we have our own light, and that we shine into other people's hearts, and we shine into each other's lives, and we understand each other. We grow and bloom into beautiful, I suppose, beautiful people, and really, you know, set a light to the church, I think.
We may only meet young people at the start or the middle or the end of their faith journey, but our job is to really plant a seed, to meet them wherever they are in that journey, and to maybe plant the seed at the beginning of their faith journey, maybe nourish an already planted seed and help it to grow a little bit more, or to work with a seedling that's really getting there but needs some more support to battle with the winds that it's facing.